Good morning, everyone. It's a Wednesday and it's not very nice today. Mr. P is having a soak in the bath. Hi, Kate. How are you? Did you want to come upon the panel, Kate? So, yes, Pix is just having a soak in the bath. I'll not be going on sort of ages today because I've got the physio later on. So, hi, fat boy. How are you? Yes. Well, this is Strappy Jump again. You know what I mean? So I was fat boy today. If you're wondering what Kate's comment was, it's I've either got a strappy top on or a strappy jumper. Or hi Emma, how are you? Pixie's having a soak in the bath. Okay then. Hi Ruby, how are you? I'll send you an invitation anyway, Kate. Bella messaged me last night. She's got to she was going to the opticians with Baz this morning. So she says she didn't know whether she were going to make it or not. So, you know, if she don't appear, then you'll know she's still at the opticians with Baz. So yeah, so she will go in there this morning. Some say, yeah, Pixie's in the bath at the moment. So, and this is how cold it is. A few Christmases ago, I bought him the Star Wars dressing gown, and it's one of these like, you know, like right to the floor type of thing with hood on and everything. And he don't very often wear it because he's only little and he tends to sort of like trip over it a little bit. Hiya, James, how are you? Not really, Emma. Some as I say, I don't know whether it's this cold weather or not. It's just these past few days with it being very damp. It's been a lot worse these last few days. You know, it's I don't know. Some as I say, and I was saying to you know, somebody on a phone call yesterday. I says I don't know whether it's because we've had a lot of rain. It's been damp. It's been cold. You know, that seems to make it worse. And it's a case of you go to bed trying to get some sleep, but if it's not one thing, it's another. You know, it's been my shoulder, my neck, you know, my arm, and you know, and the list goes on. Yeah, James, it's took a turn for the worse, the weather has. Good morning, Missy.
Good morning. I'll be on camera as soon as I sort my face out because it's just not even appropriate for.
Oh right, okay, dokie, don't worry about it. But I don't know about where you are, but it's sort of been saying for the last few days that the forecast snow.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, for real?
Yeah, but it's just been for the last few days, like since Monday, it's done nothing but rain. And I got up this morning, I'm absolutely freezing. I've had eating on, but it's like with our eating, it's all or nothing, if you know what I mean.
Aye.
It's like you put it on and you can't stand it on for long, so you only have it on for about half an hour and it soon warms up. And then you turn it off and then you go cold again, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. You gas or oil?
Pardon?
Are you gas or oil?
Am I what?
Gas or oil?
No, we're on gas, yeah.
Oh, gas, that's not too bad. I suppose if you had to wait for oil and stuff to be delivered, it'd be a total nightmare.
Oh no, no.
No, we're gas as well.
Yeah. I mean, we never had that conversation about Friday, did we? Really?
By Friday?
Yeah. Well, I didn't do the coffee morning and everything, and um,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember you mentioned it, but I don't really. Yeah,
yeah,
you didn't
we
really
had a
go
little
into detail.
bit of a situation. Basically,
Right.
Chris weren't supposed to be finishing till yesterday, but he got screwed over, so we finished Friday.
Seriously, after all the work he's put in for them?
Yeah, exactly.
What the
But it
fuck?
weren't just a little screwed over; it were a lot.
You're joking me. Is he
No,
all right?
it were more me than him.
Wait, what happened? You don't want to talk about it?
I don't really want to say
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah.
camera.
No, no,
It,
I actually thought there, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah.
well, put it this way: we were supposed to be going up to Bella's on Wednesday, but we're not now.
For flip's sake.
So, yeah.
They've always had it out for him. They've always tried to make his job a wee bit harder than it has to be. Do you know what I mean?
But you see,
Like,
the thing that's made us mad. I mean, John's just come back after having a month off. And
yeah,
Guess who's been holding the fort, so to speak?
exactly. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. And did Pix not have like a trainee in with him? Like a couple of.
Well, no. It were more like a part timer started,
Yeah.
but it were only like doing 16 hours a week because he'd like got two jobs, I think it was.
Oh, right. Okay. So
Um,
I thought Pixie had to help him out and show him the
well,
ropes and stuff.
basically, he started off and then, but they reckon he's not much good either. Fat Boy says I'm a buffering. Hi
Um,
Nick, how are you? So
it's not buffering for me.
it seems like everybody's had something going off for Nick's how we was helping, how we were
Mm.
teaching.
Yeah.
He's under his resignation in for several reasons.
Oh, flip me.
He says I must have shit the bed. But yeah, Nick's and well is resigned anyway. So, and that sort of is the hierarchy, you know. Um, that it's a case of Chris is just a lowly worker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, this is a good one though. Chris handed his resignation in, and they've been saying all this while that is irreplaceable and all that, this, that, and other.
Yeah.
They gave one of the landscapers Chris's job, and they were starting today.
Well, do
You
you know
know,
what?
actually, the day after Chris were due to finish, this other guy was starting. Hi, cheery giggles.
That's ridiculous.
So yeah, I mean that's how much
Yeah.
they thought of him. So, but yeah, I'll ring you a bit later on. I'll have a
Yeah.
I have got physio at 2:20. So,
Did you know Cheery Giggles is a girl?
cheery giggles is a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought cheery giggles were a girl.
Oh, I thought it was a boy. Right up until I joined the live, and I was like, "Oh, that's a girl."
But yeah, right. I don't know for some reason. I mean, I just got Ian says the evening. Yes, everywhere. But yeah, I mean, Bella knows all about it and everything,
Yeah.
but it's one of these things you don't want to hop on about it. You don't want everybody knowing your business. So
No, I know what you mean.
so have you thought any? She says no long parts, Kate. No dangly bits.
No dangly bits. No extra leavage.
Yeah.
No. my update on everything that I'm doing, I'm actually, if I'm 9 days now, I'm going to put in a wee eviction notice to my tenant. So it's time she moved out and give me my stomach back. It's eviction
Oh,
notice time.
oh,
There's just not as much room in there as there used to be, and I like food over babies. So let's get you moved out now. Come on, you've took up that
yeah,
space for quite a while now. I want to go back to like sitting
yeah,
munching and eating and gaming.
yeah.
She doesn't like anything. She's just nothing. Doesn't even like homemade popcorn. What? Who doesn't like popcorn?
Let's put it this way, Kate. The lot I was working for couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery.
Who said that?
Nick, when I said
Flip's
it
sake.
signed, he said that the lot he works for couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery.
Do you know what? Everything happens for a reason. If you aren't happy, just get the hell out of there, because you just do your own head in.
Uh, where you going in? You've only just come in. I did say hello.
Yeah, Ian.
It says Katie in the house. It says, right, I'm off. Bye. I don't know whether it's because you're here or what.
Oh, for goodness sake, I appreciate your vids and all. Don't you dare walk out on me.
Cheery Giggle says, but she's all cozy in there.
I know, Cheery, but it's time to leave the house
Uh-huh.
of kid.
But
No, seriously.
like for yourself, it probably seems like forever.
It is.
But
It's just
for
taking the
us,
mick now.
us lot, it seems like it's shot by.
Seriously?
Well, yeah, I mean, it don't seem 2 minutes since you've known everyone.
No, my baby shower didn't seem that far away.
Ian says, no, I'm busy, lol. We all have a life as well. I agree with that, Ian.
For goodness sake, I thought he was going to stay and chat or join.
Uh, he's another one that's not been feeling too,
Haven't seen his wee face in ages, bless him.
no, he's not been feeling too clever. He's had similar sort of problems to me, like, with his back and
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Nick says he was being blamed for something that wasn't even his fault, and when I complain, oh, I've got an itchy nose now. Oh. Does that mean somebody's going to get me mad? He was being blamed for something that wasn't even his fault, and when I complained and highlighted the fact that I wasn't at fault, I was told I moaned too much. Oh, well.
Flipping heck.
Yeah. Nick says it's a case of them trying to pass the book for their copy. I agree with you. If well, you see the difference in your Bristol and Equinox Photography's Bristol is Equinox Photography Bristol is in the UK. So your Fat Boy's in Bristol in US and Nick is in Bristol, UK. So I mean, when you think about it, I mean, there's a lot of places, sort of like, because there's a Sheffield in USA and a Bristol in USA. There's a lot of similar or same named cities or towns and whatever. Hi, Droma family. How are you? Droma is one of my new supporters.
Oh, hello.
So I don't know what I mean. I just want to sort of ask people a question. In the past week, I've lost about 13 subscribers.
Here at, why'd you say that?
I'm just wondering if people is everybody having the same problem? I mean, I've not lost them all at once, but it's like every day for the past few weeks, I've either dropped 2 or 3, and sort of over the week, it's accumulated to about 13, I think it is.
Yeah, that's the same with me. I had was it 567 and I'm like down to like 561.
Well, that's it. I mean, I went up to 1,378.
Yeah.
No, only two away from 1,360. 80, sorry. And now I'm on 1,365. So over the course of about a week, I've lost about 13.
That's actually mad.
But I ain't lost them all at once. It's sort of
Yeah.
every single day I've either dropped 2 or 3. So I wondered if anybody were encountering the same sort of problem. Yeah, Nick says they were asking him for client contact details, nothing to do with me. I don't do admin, keep my private life separate, which is, you know what I mean? It's right. Hi, Crimson.
Yeah, you don't bring your own life into work, so why should you take work home or bring your life into it?
Yeah,
Do you know what
well,
I
I
mean?
mean, it's a situation that arose. I mean, because Nick has confided in me this situation, but it's something that's beyond his control.
Yeah.
But still getting blamed for it. If you know, if you understand,
That's ridiculous.
it's something that's beyond his control, but still getting blamed for it. And then them asking him for clients' contact details, and same as he says, I only teach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And same as Nick said, basic boundaries.
It's ridiculous.
So
I can't even
yeah.
know what he did, and it's like it just doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right.
No, it's same as I say, it was something that Nick's getting blamed for, which was totally out of his control.
Yeah.
It's, you know, he can't be held accountable for it because, you know, same as he says, I just teach.
Yeah.
But same as he said, passing the book again, which a lot of employees do. Employers, sorry, they do pass the book a lot.
Yeah.
You know, where and Chris's employers are no exception. You know what I mean? There's no exception whatsoever. You know, it's a case of you know, so long as they've got the money rolling in, so long as, you know, I'm all right, Jack, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Of course.
It's a case of you know, I'm all right, Jack, you know, so everybody else sort of thing.
That's crazy.
So is Crimson awake enough to come on the panel? Bella said she was going to the opticians this morning with Baz, so she did message me and say, you know, I might not be there if we get back in time and you're still on and blah blah blah. And I says, well, I sort of not be going on, you know, like 2 or 3 hours or anything like that, because, you know, same as I say, I've got the I've got the physiotherapist. I should know the results of the X-ray today, hopefully. So, and then it's a case of where do we go from here, sort of thing, if you know what I mean. Depending on what the results are.
Is your hair tied back in a ponytail?
Me, no. Well, I'll tell you what it is, Kate.
I keep seeing a pink band. It looks like a pink hairband. Oh no, it's just my bloody screen. For flip's sake.
It's like, well, what it were, I decided to go in the bath last night, and I were in I couldn't be arsed mood.
Yeah.
So normally, if I go in the bath, I put mousse on my hair, right?
Yeah.
And then I sort of like slightly, well, I don't slightly blow dry it. I blow dry it with like a little tiny round brush.
Yeah.
But, well.
See, I was going to sit thinking to myself there, it's not long, and there's no way it's got that long.
It's only short in my neck hole, so I'll have a job trying to get it in a ponytail. But
I was going to say, like, no way, it's been that long that she's fully outgrew her weave and everything.
Not unless I've been putting Miracle Grow on it. But yeah, I were in one of them moods where I couldn't give a rat's. Oh shit! It's all right. The things come out.
Oh, for flip's sake!
Power pack thing, and my battery nearly went flat on my laptop.
Panic mode activated. I struggle to get Hangouts to work alongside YouTube. I don't know how to do it because the way it used to be, you used to go into like the Creator Studio, down to live, and then do broadcast. Well, that's not an option for me anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like there's no longer an option to go live with Google Hangouts. It's just go live with the YouTube.
Well, I don't know about that. To me, same as I say. Nick says basically it was a trip that went wrong, turned up on time. None of my clients were there as the admin hadn't rang the clients and they expected me to wait around for 4 hours to teach a lesson. Oh, yeah, right.
2 students who weren't there?
Yeah, it's saying they should have gone on a trip. But the people in higher office hadn't informed clients that they were going on this trip and then expected him to stay about 4 hours.
Jeez.
For his next lesson. Yeah, Fat Boy says, can I ask something? Fire away, Fat Boy. But yeah, so going back to it, I were in one of them moods. I couldn't get a flying monkey. I couldn't be arsed. You know what I mean? I just washed my hair, brushed it and left it. Whereas normally I put mousse on and blow dry it and everything. I were in one of them moods where I just couldn't be arsed.
I love the colour of it.
What does the term bloody mean? It just means it's sort of in the UK language, it's sort of a swear word, like not a bad swear word, but sort of a mild swear word. So, but yeah, it's sort of as Nick said, it's a mild. I mean, for somebody that don't want to F and Jeff and rant and whatever, bloody is just sort of like a slightly swear word, but it's damn. Yeah. Well, not damn into swear word, but oh, Cheery Giggle says from memory that it's actually to do something. Its actual term was something to do with Christ. I don't really know where it comes from, but most people in the UK use the word bloody. I don't know. It's just if you don't.
It's like the Belfast people putting like in every sentence.
Yeah, it's if you want to swear and let off steam, but don't want to go on a full F-bomb rant. You know what I mean?
Oh, right, yeah. It sounds like it means a lot more, though. Like it means like murder or something. But just round knock everybody's pan in.
Yeah. Cheery says, I love some of my swear words too, but yeah, it's a case of if you don't want to go on the F-bomb rant, I mean, I personally, I do occasionally say the F word, but normally I just say bloody or frigging or something.
I resort to fluff and sugar.
Yeah, Nick says it's like, oh, bugger. You know what I mean? I mean, that's sort of a swear word, but it's not a bad swear word. But yeah, it's in a nutshell, it's a swear word, but it's a mild swear word. It says I hear it like bloody hell all the time. Well, yeah. Hiya, Sharon. Oh dear. You can tell Sharon's in ass. She says, trust me, fat boy, you can get yourself in big trouble in here asking questions about what stuff means. Oh. But yeah, I mean, Sharon is in here all the time, and a lot of people sort of don't understand a lot of the English terminology, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon's saying, what does that mean? What does that mean? You know what I mean? And yeah, Sharon is the main culprit of asking what words means. But yeah, I mean, we got on the subject the other day of the penis cutters, the cocky cutters. So I hope I hadn't sort of spoke to you since Sarah's birthday. I hope she had a good birthday.
She had a brilliant birthday. We blew up loads and loads, and I mean loads of balloons, and like put them all over the living room. And then obviously, because you couldn't get moved, and I kept on like nearly tripping and killing myself on them, I had to go around and put them all down, right? But I went to Card Factory and spent quite a bit of money on balloons for her, like ones with helium in them. So like unicorn, big massive three, and a big circle happy birthday one. And like it wasn't cheap, like including their boxes and their weights, right? And so Sarah seen me popping the other balloons and decided that she was going to pop the huge special balloons. And my heart was broke. As soon as I seen them, I was like, no.
Did it quite literally go with a bang then?
Yeah, she just then the other one, the big circle one, it silently deflated. I didn't hear it bang.
Oh,
I don't know what she did to it, but the three, I heard the three bang.
Oh, big easy thing.
I
So
came
yeah,
on
we've
in,
got
was like,
13 viewers, boom, in the room.
hello,
But
13 years.
yeah, I mean, I could think of worse ways to start your labour off, because Chris nearly threw a fish pond in back garden, tried to start me off. You know, we thought he were going to frighten him out.
I don't know what to be at.
Because you see, we're due to be born on the 4th of November. So day after we were supposed to be here, we had fireworks, and he stuck one in the wrong way round and grew
I remember you telling me that.
blew a big hole in lawn, let's just say. It says castor oil. Right, now I can't see. My right is swelled shut. Oh, does she mean the right eye? Yeah. Cherry Giggle says, Jeanette, is that a tongue piercing? Yes. I've had it done about, I don't know, about 15 years. Oh. Yeah. Castor Barmer's saying castor oil for her eye. I think he's telling Kate, get some castor oil down. she's wanting rid of her well, not her unwelcomed, but her a resident lodger.
Yeah, she's taking up a bit too much room now.
Cheery says Pixie must be smiling from ear to ear. I think she's referring to the tongue piercing.
Oh.
Yeah. Got someone lurking in
the devil. Oh, is it Lurkio?
No, it's
Lucky.
Oh, it's Chris. It's Pixington.
It's other one.
It's other trouble.
What is it? Crap.
They sound the exact same. It's strange.
Hello. He copies me, you see.
Iceland. Well, that's only. At least it's not. At least Bill's not come through the door.
Not too bad.
But it is. Nick says Big Lake, yo.
Yeah. No, I'm little like yo.
I've Cheery Giggle says she's got a nose piercing, and I said I've got my belly button done as well, but that is even older. That's even older than me tongue piercing. But
Finish with that.
yeah, Equinox Nick said no for babies. Laughed my arse off. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of road wives' tales out there, isn't there, Kate? You know,
Oh yeah.
hot curries and walking.
Sex.
And, yeah. Well, apparently, I mean, this is what, you know, I were reliably informed by the midwife, because obviously Callum will late, that there's something in a man's sperm that is a natural, you know, like when they're starting you off, you know, them suppositories that they use to start, you know, to start you in labour.
No.
You know, there's you know, there's I don't know, there's some sort of chemical that's in a man's sperm that's similar to suppositories. I can hear someone laughing.
Say hi. Say hi, coffee morning.
Oh yeah, we've got
Pixie.
we've got Pixie here.
Sarah.
Hello. All right then, don't. All right then, don't. Gurney hole. You were doing good there, though.
I think she's fell out with you.
Oh, with me?
Yeah. She heard your voice and
No. I took her dodo off her to get her to speak.
We thought.
But she was like, "Hello,
fell out with
Pixie."
Pixie.
No. She has the most craziest hair. It's coffee morning.
She's gone.
Would you like to be on coffee morning? Come up beside me and I'll put you on coffee morning. You're in the spotty jumper gang.
I've got the stripy jumper on. She says Sarah's in spotty jumper gang.
You want to come and say hello to everybody? Here, look. Don't mind our crazy hair now.
Sarah.
And by the way, she isn't actually drinking an energy drink. It's water. Come here.
Yeah. Look who's here, Sarah.
Who?
Say hello.
Oh.
Be grumpy, bud. What?
That was short and sweet.
I know. She's like, as quick as she's here, she's gone again.
Oh, that boy says he had a girlfriend with a nose pierced. Well, you see, I did have my nose pierced, but I don't know whether it's just me, but I had it done several times. I had it done on both sides, and everything kept going wrong with it. So,
Sir, never mind. What did I say? I said get down. She's landing the baby bouncer now.
So yeah, I mean the only two piercings that didn't go wrong were the tongue and the belly button. I mean, I've never had no problems with it. So I mean, we got on about piercings the other day, and somebody got on about oh no, I think it means yeah. Well, Kate refers to it as a moo-moo.
Oh, there is actually a razor, like a shaver thing called the no-no, and it gets rid of all your hair. That's what he was referring to. I was going to say the yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the moo-moo.
Jeanette Pickering, he didn't say nose. Well, yeah, he says he means the downstairs. Well, you see, Kate refers to it as a moo-moo.
A moo-moo.
Yeah. It's not me, Nick.
But you know, it is definitely a moo-moo. Like, you can't use any other word that sounds even remotely close to appropriate than a moo-moo.
Nick says, who keeps buzzing? It's Tay. It certainly ain't me.
It's probably me.
Oh.
But it's not what you think it is. Don't worry, it ran out of batteries last week. It's just my phone.
All right, Cheery says, definitely not a good idea to have your moo-moo pierced.
Oh.
I don't know. No. I sort of draw the line at that piercing. I'm sorry.
Gross. What, love? What is it?
I'm laughing at what Nick's put. It says, come on, own up who's playing with their vibrator. Not me. Oh, dear. Well, there's only one other person on the panel.
Here, it's not me. It's Pixie's echoing back. What, love?
Yeah.
Well, why did you do that? Why did you throw all the popcorn down there? Why?
But yeah, I mean, there's only other one person on the panel, and it definitely ain't me.
Jeanette, don't you dare pass the buck, love. It's her. What's that there? You come on as a guest and she accuses you of playing with your moo-moo? What the heck? Like,
You see what Chris has put? I better put the control down for the vibrator. It's getting Mrs. P excited. I'll tell you something, these days it takes me a lot to get me excited, I'll tell you.
Jeanette, seriously, we don't want to know. Don't be telling people.
Well, I mean in any way, shape or form, not just that.
Oh, right, okay. Okay. I thought you were going to start whipping out the stories.
No, I was going to say.
Well, on Fridays, I like to tickle myself. On Tuesdays.
Nick's put too much information. Well, I'm just talking in general about, I mean, a lot of people get excited about Christmas. I mean, all the health issues and everything I've had just lately, takes a hell of a lot to get me. I mean, yeah, if I were on verge of winning the lottery, and yeah, I'd get excited then, but that's about only time.
No, leave it.
Chris has put, we got fibre optic with Wi-Fi signal, does wonders for the vibrator. Cheery says, don't confuse the remote TV remote. Hi, Alexander, how are you? Hi, Angel. He says, I wondered why I couldn't get football on. Oh, dear. Making me laugh that much. I'm coughing. That's why Callum keeps picking remote up saying, well, why is this changing channel? But you're watching Babe Station again, Pixie. Oh, dear. But yeah. And when you says that with a smile on her face, Cheery said, that's your job, Pixie. I'm not too bad, Alexander. I've had better days, let's just say. Chris has put, shush, Nick, I got it on record, lol. I got it on record, I think it means. So, Nick's referring to football. They stream it at half time in the Roman bar.
The password isn't 1, 2, 3, 4 either to get into it.
Hiya, Carla. How are you? Yeah. Yeah. I agree with Emma. Carla says, happy to see everyone this morning. Emma says, oh, Kate, she sounds so cute. Then when they're babies, when they're older, they get harder, trust me. Yeah.
I know I miss Sarah when she was really, really tiny.
And it's a case of I've been there, done that, and got the T-shirt 4 times. And all boys as well. But yeah, Callum was sweet.
After this, I'm closing camp.
It's been 2 minutes since he were a baby, and you look at him and think, God, it don't seem 16 years ago till, you know, since he worked, since we were born.
Do you hear the sirens?
Why is it you got sirens?
They're coming for you. No, no, I don't know. Don't know what's going on out there. There's like loads of sirens.
Nick's put a link in, and he says that it even made the BBC News. And Fat Boy says Emma has a beautiful voice. Myself and Pixie agree with you there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Cheery Giggle says time.
I
mean, before you know it, and this is why I made that comment on your Facebook thing the other day, Kate. Save every minute, because before you know it, they'll be teenagers. You know what I mean? It's it don't. I mean, I've got a picture up there, Callum, and they're only a couple of days old there, and it's, you know, at the blink of an eye is 16. So yeah, it's a case of save every minute while they're young, because they'll be teenagers. Did you have a look at it?
Yeah.
What? Did you see? Was that Emma in the Halloween thing that I seen? There was like a short movie, Halloween, and
what Dennis's, you mean?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know, Chris's last drone video, we used some of Dennis's music on that.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, Cheery Giggle says, before you know it, you're looking up at them as they over you. Well, that's exactly the situation with Callum. He's above 6 foot. I mean, I'm only about 5'6" and a bit, and Chris is sort of on similar height scale, but you know, you're looking up at Callum like this. He used to be like, as he progressed through his life, he were, first of all, he were a mini-me, because he looks spitting image of Chris, and now you have to refer to him as after me, because he's way taller than me and Chris. I mean, let's put it this way. If he grows any more, when he comes through this middle door, he'll have to duck. You know, it's... you see what Chris has put? We only got a couple of more years, and then we can kick him out.
First out at window.
Well, same as I said when it was his 16th birthday. I went, God, think another year and he can learn to drive.
Let me.
I know, it sort of don't bear thinking about, does it? I mean, 1 minute they're your babies, and then, you know, blink of an eye, they're teenagers, and you're thinking, oh God, you know, a year's time he'll be able to drive, a couple of years and he'll be able to drink a pint legally, and
they said he get a kiss on Christmas Day.
But you know what I mean. It sort of brings you down to earth with a bum, because you think, oh God, well, in a couple of years' time, him and his dad will be able to go to the pub and he'll be able to drink a pint legally.
And he's buying.
Interesting.
His first pint, you can't expect him to buy his own first pint. The dad,
a bloody cat, after all, what he weighs spent for 12 years, £3.60 the cat.
Your dad always has to buy you your first pint, though, don't he?
Well, he's done
Definitely.
from Warrington then, hasn't he?
First and every football ticket as well. I think it is as well.
Oh, Nick says, I picked up my new toy Pixies channel. Well pleased with it.
Ooh, what's that, mate?
The XL Rabbit 3000.
Kate's already sampled it.
I was first.
Well, let's face it, Kate, you're a tester, aren't you?
That's what she does in her spare time.
Hi, Paul. Cheery Giggle says, what's the legal age there? Here it's 18, he can drink and cut. Yeah, that's basically here in the UK as well, Cheery Giggles. Like, at 17, you can, you know, you can get your first provisional license, take driving lessons, pass your test and whatever. But the legal drinking age is 18.
Well, it used to be you can drink. You can drink in house at 16, but with your parents' permission. So that's not the same, I don't know.
Yeah, Ian's back in and he says, Nick's new toy, strap on for polar bears. Did you see that thing?
Oh.
In a shopping centre, polar bears, you know, doing it doggy style.
Sorry, I'll go for drinking tea. I can get a coffee.
Yeah, okay then.
You got $5.99?
No.
What you got?
5.
Oh,
You've got that thing to post box anyway. You've got the post box.
Well, I'll have to do that in a bit because that's the other side.
Yeah. Cheery Giggle says, I think in the States it's 21. Some say I'm not sure, but I do know that.
I thought it was 21 in the States.
That's what she just said. She just said, I think it's 21 in the States.
Right, I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah. Fat Boy said he thinks he's took out all the trolls. Yeah, same as I said as well. I mean, they picked on me that day, and I don't think they've come back a second time. I think you're getting me confused with you, Bella. But yeah, that was that were a day from hell, let's say. Yeah, my eldest son Emma is 32. I've got three other children with my ex, and basically he made sure that I didn't see him. I hadn't seen him for about 15 years. So yeah, the eldest one's 32. My middle one's sort of 29, and then I've got one at 26, and then obviously Callum. But no. So yeah, I mean, I don't like to talk about it a lot because it upsets me. But yeah, the dad made sure that I didn't have any contact with them, and you know. But I always say my door's always open. You know where to find me. So you know the ball's in their court. Equinox says buzzing again. Oh yeah, Paul says that you can get married at 16 here, but can't watch horror movies till you're 18. But I didn't know you could. I think you can get married at 16, but you have to have your parents' permission. So I'm not sure about that one, but I think you can get married at 16. But I think you've sort of got to have written permission, you know, from your parents. Yeah, same as I say, I don't like to talk too much about it. Not for the fact that, you know, it is personal, but the fact that it upsets me, you know what I mean? But through no fault of my own, it was just the dad, he couldn't, he couldn't get over the fact that I'd left him, and he knew the kids were me Achilles heel, let's say. So basically, he didn't throw me out because I was leaving anyway, but he more or less says, you either get out or it would beat 7 bells out on me. And I just threw stuff in a bag, and that I was gone. Nick says, Kate, leave your vibrator alone.
I don't know what it is.
But yeah, I mean, Callum's aware that he's got 3 older brothers. You know, I mean, we're always talking about them and everything, but you know, it's as I say, you know, if they were to come and knock on my door tomorrow, I wouldn't hold any animosity towards them. I love them just as much as I love Callum. You know what I mean? Hi, Steve. How are you? So yeah. I mean, my door's open if they want to come anytime. It's, you know, I've tried all I can to sort of get in contact with them, but. So yeah, but yeah, same as Cheery says, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, saddest thing about it though, as well, it is that when my mum passed away, there were no way of contacting them to say, look, your grandma's died, and that was the sad thing about it. I've got 3 older boys that didn't attend the grandma's funeral.
Oh, fuck me.
You know what I mean? And because of, you know, because of the dad's self-centeredness, he stopped that, if you know what I mean. But, you know. Oh. Fat Boy says, I like coming here to visit you and Pixie and people in the chat. Nice chat room, ma'am. I'm going to bed now because I've been up. Okay then, Fat Boy. And I do, same as I say, I keep saying it to you, but I do appreciate you for all the help that day, let's say. So Nick says this is 25, 19 and 14. Oh, that's all right then, Steve. But I mean, I don't know about where you are, but it's sort of this. We're going into 3rd day of rain here. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? But you see, the thing is, I mean, like I forget what it. Can you remember that the drone footage where Chris went? They were filming in that church. The warden sort of came up to him and says, you know, exactly what you're doing. And they says, like, we're a group of droners, blah, blah, blah. We're filming in area, blah, blah, blah. And we found, and I mean, same as I say, they were very polite and basically told this church warden what they were doing. And she actually shown them round and says, you know, feel free to film anywhere you want, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's, yes, Pixie's behaving. I've just sent him on an errand. Sharon is you know, is towing the line. You know, touch wood up to yet. Yeah. So as I say, I do appreciate you keep coming back and checking on me, Fat Boy. And same as I say, when I say I appreciate you, I do appreciate you. And Kate will back me up on that. Hey, Kate. Oh, she's gone. I'm talking away to Kate and she's not here. I didn't realise she'd gone. But I mean, everybody here that knows me, Emma and Stephanie and Paul and everybody, when I say I appreciate somebody, I do appreciate them. Yeah, I am doing Sharon, and a good thing as well about him being off work is I've got the physio appointment later on, and he can accompany me to all my appointments now, you see. Oh, the security guy had a go with us about the history. I was stood taking notes. He opened up one of the hangers for us to... Oh, I bet that were interesting. Hiya, Barry, how are you? So it's unusual that Barry's here at this time in the morning. Not... You've just missed Pixie. Barry is gone to run a few errands. Well, I mean, Sharon is going to be sat there weeping when I tell her this. We actually run out of coffee, and that's one of the things he's had to go to the shop for. We run out of coffee because, see, I ordered some shopping, not last weekend, the weekend before, and normally I get coffee every time I order the shopping. But for some reason, I must have had a brain fart or something that day. I didn't order any, so we actually run out of coffee. So yeah, it is. I was just saying the same, Barry. I don't know whether it's the same way you are, but it's like it's rained 3 days solid. But on top of that, today it's actually freezing. I thought you'd be saying that. Yeah. But yes, I mean, when Chris just took my cup away, I'd actually got tea in that, and I never ever drink tea. So he got his coat on and he says, I better go to the shop. He says, I can't stand this not having any coffee. You know, it was sort of like this. He got the shakes because he had to have tea this morning instead of coffee. So yeah. And that's what he says. Well, I'm going to go in Bath, he says, and you know what is where I'm going as soon as I've been in Bath. He says, I'm going down to the shop to get some coffee. So, well, same as I was just explaining here, normally when I do my shopping, we have these big jars, and I either get 1 or 2. But when I ordered the shopping, not last weekend, the weekend before, I must have had a brain fart or something. And when the shopping come in, I kept saying, well, I'm almost certain I ordered some coffee, but obviously I couldn't because they give you a list. And I went through it with a fine tooth comb and I went, no, there's no coffee down here. So yeah, just to remind everybody, I won't be doing a coffee morning tomorrow because we've got appointments early tomorrow morning, even though it's Pixie's birthday. But I think he will be doing a live stream himself on his channel for his birthday. Oh, that one is a good one, Barry. Going into a Subway and not having any bread. But yeah, I mean, normally I would be doing the coffee morning, especially with it being Pixie's birthday tomorrow. But we've got a very early appointment in the morning, so there will be no coffee morning tomorrow. Yeah. What is he doing for his birthday? Not a lot. Not a lot. I mean, he's been open every day, Paul, to get out on the drone. But as you know, it's been raining cats and dogs. But no, we were supposed to be going to Bella's like till Sunday, but sort of circumstances of arose, and we can't make it. Yeah. It's a good job in here, Barry. Oh dear. I'm closest to 65 than he is. But no, he's not doing anything special. It's like me, like my birthday, it's just another day to me, you know. Yeah, you're a year older, but you know, when you're sort of getting on a little bit, it just turns into another day. So but I don't know, I mean, don't sort of quote me, but I don't know what time he'll be going live or anything, but he did say he were going live on his birthday, so you'll all have to tune in for that. I don't know what time he's going live. I don't know. And without him being here, I can't ask him either, so I hope his little legs is going 10 to dozen down to shop and back. Well, you see, that's the thing, Stephanie. I'm going to be making him a cake later. So he'll have cake at least. You know, I'm going to make him... That's very, very true, Sharon, that is. When Sharon says, when you get to my age, you rejoice when you have another one. Exactly. Barry says, I'm just thankful I wake up in the morning and remember my name. Well, I mean, am I else been just lately, Barry? I'm thankful I wake up in the morning, let alone remember my name. You know what I mean? If I woke up and I weren't in pain, I think it's same as Chopper always said. If I woke up and I weren't in pain, I think I were dead. Okay then, Ruby, I'll see you later. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, it is when you get a bit older, it's, you know, it's a case of it's just another day. Yeah, it's my birthday, I'm a year older, you know. As Sharon says, what's this to celebrate? You know what I mean? But you know, I should probably go on till about, I don't know, about 11:45, something like that, because I have got physio a bit later on. I'm hoping to get results from this x-ray that I had on my hand. You know, it's probably going to tell me I'm falling to pieces, but I already know that one. So I do have a lot of problems, Barry, but no, I don't have that problem either. Oh dear. I mean, same as like, I mean, even what Ian's saying, I mean, you know, I can, as they say, I can take care of business in that, you know, in that form, you know. I mean, everything else is dropping to pieces, but you know. Well, you see, the thing is, Stephanie, I can't have no injections or anything. Right, and I'm too high a risk of infection. But yeah, I mean, this thing with my hand, it's like small fry compared to my knees and my back and whatever. But doctor sent me to the physio with my hand, and it's basically a case of going through the motions. But yeah, it's a case of my knees are my worst things, but they're not. You know, my knee socket is surrounded by fluid. They won't even drain that off, and it's a case of it just pops out. My knee does, because of the severe arthritis, because of the fluid around my knee. But I've been there, done that, got T-shirt. I've been to physio with that. And, you know, basically, it's a case of if I were thinner, I'd be on the waiting list for a knee replacement. But they put everything down to your weight. One, they can't give me a cortisone injection, too high risk of infection. Two, they can't drain the fluid off, too much risk of infection. But you see, I mean, I can laugh about that, what Nick said, when you get older, you can multitask, you can fart, pee and shit all at the same time. Sometimes I cough and fart. Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, I mean, you can ask Chris. I mean, you could ask Chris if he were here, but it's every time I move, it's all you hear is crack, 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 and it's either my knee, my neck, my back. You know, it's like playing spoons. Hi, Mel, how are you? Thank you for popping in. We're talking about all his aches and pains, Mel, and getting older, because it's Pixie's birthday tomorrow. So yeah. But I won't be here in the morning. I've got we've got an, it's all right, my foot's itching again. Got an appointment at 10:05, so you know, so I won't be here in the morning. We don't know how long we're going to be, you know, out for these appointments. So, but it's a case of I'll be back Friday morning. So, yeah, mine seems definitely, except every time I move, there's something or other crickling and crackling. You know, it's a case of, you know, I could play a symphony, let's just say, on when I get up, play a symphony or name that tune. You know, I get that many cracks and creaks and whatever. You sort of sit there and say, I'll name that tune in one. So, okay then, Mel, thanks for popping in there. Appreciate it. Did Barry want to come on the panel or anybody else? Yeah, I do as well, Sharon. I'll tell you that now. I do snap, crackle, and pop. You know. I mean, I often have a laugh with Pixie, and I'll say, I've got my own one-man band. You know, because as soon as I move, I start clicking and cracking and whatever, and I keep saying, you know, where they got the tambourine and triangle and drum on the back and whatever. That's me. I'm a one-man band. You know, I don't need any instruments because my bones do it for me. So yeah. So what's the weather like where everyone is? Oh dear. Oh look, we've got a troll. Well, at least they're honest and up front and saying they're a troll, aren't they? That's original, isn't it? Thank you, Stephanie. Well, same as I say, they were honest in saying that they were a troll, weren't they? Yeah, I mean, I weren't feeling too clever, Steve. I know Chris was in there, but I weren't feeling too clever last night. So I just sort of, you know, I sat with my feet up, you know, basically. Oh dear. Well, same as I say, it were very original, weren't it? I mean, the name. So, I mean, unless somebody owns up to it, I mean. No, I don't think they're that cute, Stephanie. But I can't get over. Sorry, this is my northern accent coming out. Can't get over the fact becoming a troll. You know what I mean? Yeah, well. There you go. Odd. Yeah. I've got to laugh at that one. Sorry. Call that odd? Wouldn't know odd if it turned around and bit them on arse, let's say. Don't ban me for being hard. You know, I mean, sort of comes to mind. Very original name, though. I must give them that. Very original name. Just come back in time. Just had to block somebody called a troll.
A troll.
You know, very original name, weren't it? That's and Stephanie just deleted the message, and they came back in and said, "I'm a troll, I'm hard." I says, "Well, you're not that hard because I've blocked you." Yeah, you're right there, Trollbuster.
What?
He says, "I'm the only troll."
Get him as a troll, ban him!
Yeah. Troll, we can't because he's got a blue wrench.
Oh, but no, you can.
That's the only troll that's allowed in my live streams. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'll put it on there.
But yeah, I mean, Trollbuster is the only troll that's allowed in here. That is. Yeah.
What's he say?
I see someone's. Nick's put. I see someone's missing their idiots. Yeah. But yeah. Barmer's on your case again.
Hey?
She says, "Oh my gosh, tell Pixie's Channel not to come in here singing and acting all happy when we're discussing bones and popping knees giving out." But yeah, I mean, that name was so original. Who would have ever thought of a name like that?
I've never heard of that one before.
You know, it's so original. It must have took them some while to think that one up.
Is Kate gone?
Yeah, I think she didn't say she was going. She just went off. I don't know whether her internet, you know, just went down or not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cup of coffee instead of crappy tea.
Yeah, Barry says, "Call that hard." That's why my other half keeps saying what my other half keeps saying.
Always wanted to go.
Barry says, "Make sure Chris has got everything, and if he hasn't, send him back out in the cold again."
No chance.
So you still have posted that thing then?
Yeah, I posted it, and the post box right down bottom of the ruin.
Oh, right.
We right down bottom.
Oh. It's all right, I got a letter to post, and it was supposed to post it yesterday and forgot.
How bad I keep for the piss farty little jar.
That's ridiculous, that is. I get a big jar from Asda for about $1.69.
Oh, we'll keep it out there.
So is remembered most important thing, Barry, and that's coffee. It's all right, it's just moaning. He's only like sort of been down to local shop because it's closer than Asda. And he's moaning that he's like a little jar of Nescafe, £2.19. And I just said, I says, I can get a big jar for £1.69 at Asda. He says, I won't walking down to Asda. So, ooh, is that because I did notice on your timeline, Stephanie, is it an art gallery that wanting paintings? No. Yeah, well, I forget what the thing was, that they were wanting new paintings for. Don't know exactly what it was, but you did post something on your timeline. Is you know, that they were wanting paintings for the new building or something.
I'll have some fried eggs again.
Sharon says, oh, awesome art that heals Stephanie. I didn't know you did art. She says, lol, Barmer, art is in my name. So she says, I saw that, but obviously I'm slow on connecting the dots. I think basically, Sharon, Stephanie does like unusual paintings. She does like the charcoal drawing. It's basically the old caboodle that Stephanie does. Yeah. No, Pixie needs intravenous coffee more than what I do. Barry says, when you're at the hospital tomorrow, ask them if they have any spare intravenous strips so you can fill it with coffee. But yeah, same as I say, it was sort of just an oversight, Barry. I thought I'd ordered coffee. Obviously, I hadn't. I don't know how it happened, but without fail, every time I order the shopping, I order coffee. But for some reason, this time I didn't. It was just an oversight. So yeah. Yeah, Nick does digital art as well, Sharon. It's like this. I mean, each artist has got their own forte, let's say. I mean, some people like Nick's forte is digital art. Stephanie is good, like basically everything. You know what I mean? Now, Sharon posted the painting that she did in the group. You know, it's
those photos that Nick did the other day. Awesome.
Yeah. Barry says it's your age, girl. That's why you forgot. You know, yeah, it probably is, Barry. Yeah, art is an interpretation of a person's mind. Yeah. But you see, this is what I'm saying. I mean, like Nick, he does do digital art. Now that's sort of his forte. I'm not artistic in any way, shape or form. Well, apart from my cakes, let's say. But, you know, when it comes to like drawing or things like that, I mean, no, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. You know what I mean? Each person has got their own different, same as Nick says, interpretation of the kind of art that they want to do. He says that's what I blame when I forget things. But yeah, same as I say, I don't know, Barry. I mean, same as I say, like I do my online shopping at Asda, and you've got like you can go back to the previous shopping list. You can go like where you've got like favourites, things that you buy on a regular basis. But I don't know how it happened. But you see, the thing is, you know, each person in their own right has got that, well, not say artistic streak in them, but I mean, it's like me. I love baking. And there's not much I won't attempt. Now, I did the red velvet cake. The first one did turn out, it were a complete failure. But I refused to let it beat me. I just went, I printed another recipe off. The second one was okay. But yeah, you know, it's like, if you've got a love for art, then yeah, you know what I mean. I've got a love for baking. It's different people have got their own, you know, their own forte, let's say. But yeah, I mean, it's same as I say, the first one were a complete failure. It didn't even rise. I had the same problem as Nick did. It didn't rise. So back to the drawing board. I was determined it weren't going to beat me. So I just went, researched more recipes, and you know, the second one turned out all right. So it's like everyone else, you know. Yeah, let's say with the art and everything, if you do a piece, you're not satisfied with it, back to the drawing board, we'll start again. And you got that determination to you know, yeah. But the same as I say, Barry, I mean, there's a good thing about the baking. More often than not, it never goes to waste. You know, it's you know, it's a case of yeah, I have done some unusual things, and sort of Chris has said, I'm not sure about that, but when they taste it, they, you know.
You want one?
What? I'll just have off, if you know what I mean. So, it's all right, he's made me a sandwich.
No,
well, not a
sandwich. I was just
asking
yeah. If you wanted one.
Yeah. He's made him a sandwich, but he wants to know if I want one.
I've had no breakfast yet, you are. My breakfast.
Nick says he can write his name in the mud. Does that count as art?
Well, in a way, yeah.
Yeah. Same as Chris says, in a way, yeah. You know, it's yeah, it's an egg toasted, Barry. Like toast with an egg in the middle.
Barry's rules.
But yeah, it's sort of done like 4 slices of toast with an egg in each. And then he says, do you want one? So yeah, I said, yeah. Even though I've had toast for my breakfast.
Flying it over by drone, Barry.
Stephanie says, yeah, Sharon, it's an amazing form of therapy. It's one of my coping skills. My therapist encourages me to do it at least an hour a day. Well, this is it. I mean, like, if you're suffering with anxiety and like things like panic attacks, you know, yeah, it is a form of therapy. Trust Barry.
It's a good job you haven't got a long name then, Barry.
Yeah. Chris has just said it's a good job you've only got a short name then, Barry. You might run out of P. I'd be all right. Jeanette, I'd run out halfway through. I'd only probably get the Jean bit in.
I'll just put net.
Yeah. Tit. Well, you know, Nick's not wrong. Short name for a short. Barry's put short name for a short and dots. But yeah, I mean, is it hospital radio today, Barry? What day are we on? Wednesday, isn't it? I think he does his radio show on a Wednesday. You know, and this is where I go back to saying different people have got their own fortes, let's say. Barry is fantastic DJ. Well, DJ, radio host. I don't know what you'd class, you know. I'm over here giggling to myself. Oh, you've not got the radio show today, but you've got a meeting there later. Well, say I thought you did your radio show on a Wednesday. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Presenter. Radio presenter. Yeah. I mean, it's like, you know, if I were to go in the studio, I'd think, wait a minute, what's all these buttons? You know what I mean? But obviously Barry goes in there, he knows what's what, he knows, Tuesdays and Thursdays. For some reason, I thought it were Wednesdays, but hey-ho. Yeah, yeah. Stephanie says, I drew it to paint it, just sketched it out and then took to it with the watercolors. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's like if I can do it, anyone can. Well, I mean, if it were me, Barry, I'd be turning, you know, I'd be blasting patients' ears out. I'd be putting volume up too high, and I mean, to me, I mean, that sort of thing, it takes a lot of planning. You've got to sort of plan, you know, your playlist and whatever art in advance. You know, you've got to sort of know what you're doing before you actually get into the studio. You can't just sort of go in and say, oh, well, I'll play that today. You know, it's different. People have got different, you know, strengths, let's say. Oh yeah, that painting that Stephanie did of the Subaru is absolutely fantastic. I thought it were fantastic, and she did it like, were it like a time lapse thing where, you know, like speeding it up, and You know, it were absolutely fantastic. I like it, sort of showing you from the, you know, the outline drawing and everything to the actual painting in and everything. It were absolutely fantastic. Oh, Nick likes painting with watercolours. You see, I was going to say, I don't think I've got the patience to be an artist. You know, you've got to sort of sit there hours, you know, planning and outline drawing and this, that, and the other. I mean, I don't think I'd have. I don't think I'd have the patience to you know, to paint or draw, or you know what I mean. It's everybody's got their own separate talents, you know, as regards you know, as patience and, you know. Oh, I didn't even know that, Nick. Barry's got a new video out, but he's not promoting. Okay then, Barry, I'll see you later. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, so same as I say, it's a matter of whether you've got the patience to do it or not. And I don't think I've got the patience. You know, it's like with me baking, you know, I mean, let's get it done. Let's get it, you know. Oh, says those images, Nick says those images posted on the Facebook page took on average about 96 hours. Wow. You see that this is the thing, this is what I'm going, you know, saying that I don't think I'd have the patience, Nick. I mean, I probably could have done like when I was younger, but as everyone knows, as you get older, you have less patience. You know, and it's a case of I wouldn't have the time to do it, plus nowadays either, because there's that much going off, you know, you ain't got the patience to do it. You know, and it's somebody's meowing to come in. I think it's Lucy. Baby. Huh? I think Lucy's meowing to come in.
Come on, Mrs. Cat.
You know, it's all a case of having patience. The one with the bus and the graveyard took about a week and a half. Yeah, Stephanie says longest time on a piece was like a week, and that was the Subaru. But it's like me, I mean, I don't know whether it's just my mindset or what, but it's like I'd start something and then, you know, you think, well, I've got to put my mind to it. I've got to go back to it. I've got to finish it off. I'll be thinking, oh, well, I've got something else to do. That can wait, sort of thing. I can't explain the mindset that the way I'm thinking. If, let's say, I've got something else to do, I'll go back to it in a minute or next week or whenever, and then you sort of it'd be like I'll be putting it off, and it's probably a year down the line, and it still won't be finished. Let's say. It says the one with the bus in the graveyard took about a week and a half. Yeah, yeah. Well, you see, this is what I'm saying, Nick. I don't think I'd have the patience for it. You know, I don't think I'd have the patience at all. But I think that's just because of my age. Yeah, yeah. And it's like, it's the same as I say, it's like, well, I've got to do this, and you think, well, I'll do it tomorrow, and then, you know, tomorrow comes and you say, oh, well, I've got this to do today. I'll do it tomorrow. And then before you know it, days has gone past and you've not touched it. You know what I mean? It's that sort of thing. And it's like me, if let's say I know I've got jobs to do, if I'm able to do them, and then I'll say, I have to do them while I'm in the mindset to do them. Otherwise, I'll say, oh, well, it don't matter. I'll put that off and I'll do it tomorrow. You have to, oh, okay then, Sharon. You know, it's how my mind works. You're thinking, I must do it while I think about it. Otherwise, I'm going to be putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And before you know it, it's been like put on the back burner, let's say. Nick says, do you set yourself challenges, Stephanie, with the subjects you choose? But this is it. I mean, it's... that's what I always thought about Stephanie's artwork. I thought, well, does she think to herself, well, I'm going to do this today, or I'm going to do that subject today? Where does the subject, yeah, you know what I mean? I do it right now. I'm learning how to do anatomy, mostly hands. I find that very interesting, Stephanie. You know, it's you know, do you just get up in the morning and say, well, I'm going to paint a Subaru today, or did you just get up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to draw a Octolady today? You know what I mean? It's sort of what urges you to draw different subjects and what's behind them, you know. Yeah. Nick says, quite often I will see an image on the net and recreate it or do a version of it. Yeah. You know, I mean, I can see that from that point of view. It's, you know, you see, let's say you see I'm only sort of talking, you know, metaphorically here, but you see like a bunch of roses and think, oh, that looks pretty. I might try and recreate it. You know, what is the thought process behind choosing what to paint? Oh, yeah. I get up in the morning and decide if I'm going to paint or draw first, and then go online, find some reference photos for a piece I want to do. So as I say, you know, it's do these ideas just pop into your head and you think, oh, I'm going to draw that, you know, or something similar to that today. See, I'm a very sort of person. I need a lot of motivation. Now, it's hard to understand art without thinking about the way I think, if you know what I mean. You know, it's we are sort of putting my mind in, like, let's say Stephanie's mindset or Nick's mindset. To do something, I've got to be motivated to do it. Yeah, usually an image won't leave my head unless I get it down on paper. You know, I'm sort of trying to put myself in either Nick or Stephanie's mindset. You know, what motivates you to do certain things. You know, often, I mean, like Nick said, you know, we see something and wants to recreate it. I'm sort of trying to put myself in either Stephanie or Nick's mindset, as you know, what you know, what motivates you to do certain images, let's say. You know, I mean, I'm sort of person. I mean, it might sound a bit daft, but I can hear a piece of music, and then for ages and ages, I can't get that piece of music out my head. And it's, you know, going back to the thing where the title I put to one of my live streams, and it were I'd been thinking of this song. I did this song. I couldn't get it out of my mind. So I thought, well, I've been singing this to myself, you know, for hours now, and I couldn't get it out of my mind. Yeah, I can understand that. I use Deviant for stock images to manipulate. But yeah, I mean, when Stephanie says she this image not leave her head until she's got it down, you know, on paper. I mean, it's probably not the same sort of thing, but it's a similar sort of thing. I hear songs and then can't get it out of my mind, and I think most people do that. You know, it's you hear this song and then you know, stop singing that. I can't get this song out my head. So yeah.
Hey, we have brought this chair down.
So I'm laughing at Chris. He's sat in his computer chair. He's got Tucker one side and he's got Lucy other. And they're both sort of there, like descending on him like a pack of wolves. Art and coffee in the morning. I'm loving it. Now we've got some coffee. Yeah. Hey? What weather like? Cold. Oh, well, we knew that anyway. We knew it was cold today. I'll have to make sure I'm wrapped up well a bit later on. So yeah, you know, I mean, it's nice to understand the mindset of an artist, let's say. You know, what motivates you to do this, or what motivates you to do that, or, you know, it's but same as I say, I can't do art because I'm no good at it. So but changing the subject slightly, Callum gave me I'll just get it a minute. And this is what I like about Callum's school. It gave me a postcard, right? And this is from his school. It's got the name of the school on the front of it. And this is what I love about it. Just to let you know that Callum is a pleasure to have in class because of his revision and positive attitude. And it's just a little postcard, but it means the world, you know, that they're taking time out to send this home with Callum, you know, to let us know that they, well, not appreciate Callum, but you know what I mean? It's a pleasure to have in class because of his revision and positive attitude. And it's not a lot, but to me it means world because he's getting sort of recognition for the work that he's doing. Stephanie says, I'm the same, can't figure out how to play an instrument for my life. Tried to teach me how to play the piano, but I was all fingers and thumbs, sounded nothing like that. Hey, I tell you something, and it might surprise you. Yeah, well, you see, it's not a biggie, Stephanie. but it's them little sort of things that you appreciate, you know, the school for doing. It's just a little postcard to say that they appreciate him, you know, and a pleasure to teach. This is going to surprise you now. When I was at school, I learned to play the flute. The flute of all things. I didn't carry on with it because I thought it were boring, but I did learn to play the flute. Cheery Giggles used to play the drums. Well, you see, drums is different because in a respect, you can get your frustrations out on a set of drums, can't you? You know what I mean? Like, the drums is like the frustration instrument to play, ain't it? Because you're in a bad mood, you can just sit there beating hell out at drums, you know what I mean? And getting all your frustrations out. But it's like I've always had a fascination for violins, but I don't think I could ever play one because I wouldn't have the patience for it. You know, getting your fingers in the right thing, and I mean, it's like playing guitar or any string instrument. Got to have the patience to know where to put your fingers, and you know, you've got to do like strumming with this hand, manipulate your strings with this hand, and I just wouldn't have the patience to do it. Well, you see, that'd be my ideal instrument to play, Cheery Giggles, the drums, because I'd sit there and if I'm having a bad day and just beat the holy crap out of it, basically. Yeah, he says he was amazing on the piano, never met anyone like it. Sadly, he died of cancer. Proper eccentric guy, used to collect old Valve radios. But you see that when they've got a talent like that, Nick, mostly, or I mean, look at Elton John, let's say. Let's get back onto the subject to Elton John. I mean, he is a brilliant songwriter, a brilliant singer, brilliant piano player, but he is a bit on the eccentric side, isn't he? You know what I mean? It's people that are really, really talented in that respect do tend to be a little bit eccentric. You know what I mean? It's like I mean, look at Stephen Hawkins. You know, I mean, he were the ultimate. You know, what he didn't know about, you know, the universe and everything. You know, but you know, there again, he didn't let his disability govern, you know, his mind. You know what I mean? It's a case of people that are very, very talented do tend to be a little bit eccentric. You know what I mean? It's, you know, Elton John, I mean, is fantastic, you know, in the music world, but I think he's a bit OTT myself. And it's like Stephen Hawkins. I mean, he got the motor neurone disease, but he didn't let his disability stop him. You know, the body wasn't able, but the mind was as sharp as a pin. You know what I mean? And sort of people like that, it's, you sort of sit there in amazement and you think, well, look, everything that guy's been through in his life, battling motor neurone disease, but it's never let it slow his talent for the universe. Nick says that going back to the piano teacher, he used to make me laugh. He was like a magpie round skips and tips. Would often come back with strange things he found. A painting at the council dump, he cleaned it up and, well, this is it. This is it, Nick. I mean, obviously he'd got an eye for that sort of thing. You know, he's seen something that nobody else sees. And this is what I'm saying about being eccentric. It's so often, you know, they see things that, let's say, the layperson wouldn't understand or realise. You know, we just all we'd see is an old painting chucked in the back of the skip. It's no good for anything, but obviously he saw something in that painting and thought, well, I'm going to do it up, blah, blah, blah. And it just goes to show, you know, it were right. You know, it just goes to show that it was right in thinking, well, I could do something with that, you know, and he's had the time and the patience to restore it, and something that he got for nothing, he made £500 out of it. I mean, I'm not saying it had happened all the time, Nick, but obviously it is, everybody's brain functions differently, let's say. And he'd see something what me or you won't see in that painting. Ugh. He used to eat garlic and tomato sauce sandwiches. Oh, what a combination.
Who said that?
This guy that used to teach Nick to play piano.
As bad as one of my mates who one thing he got in his cupboard for sprouts, curry, and 2 slices of bread, so he had sprout curry on toast.
Oh, Sprite curry on toast?
Sprout curry on toast.
Ugh.
Oh.
Oh dear. Yeah, but he was an amazing man. He stepped on a nail and contracted gangrene. He was diabetic too, so they had to amputate his leg and try to stop it spreading. But yeah, that is a sad story, Stephanie. But changing it subject slightly again, I don't know whether anybody's, pardon me, been watching YouTube, but apparently Walker's Crisps have bought some festive crisps out. Brussels sprout crisps, pigs in blanket crisps. I forget what other one is. I forget now.
Christmas pudding, weren't there, somewhere?
I can't remember. I know there were Brussels sprout flavoured crisps. There were pigs in blankets flavoured crisps. And I forget what other one were. Yeah, Brussels sprout flavoured crisps and the Walkers. And I've seen 1 or 2 on YouTube testing them out. I'm just going to Google it and see. Because I know they've bought more than Brussels sprout flavoured crisps out. Yeah, Walker's Festive Crisps. Walker's Brussels sprout crisps. Right. It's because I know they've bought other flavours out as well. Yeah, it says single pack flavours include turkey and stuffing, pigs in blankets, and Brussels. I knew there were like three that they'd bought out. Yeah, well, it says there's also glazed ham, turkey and stuffing, and cheese and cranberry flavours. So yeah, I knew there's like, I think it's only like over Christmas, But yeah, there's pigs in blankets, Brussels sprouts, turkey and stuffing, cheese and cranberry and glazed ham. Yeah. And I mean, cheese and ham don't sound too bad. Turkey and stuffing don't sound too bad. Pigs in blankets, I mean, I suppose they're similar to smoky bacon flavoured, but Brussels sprout flavoured crisps. You know, and I thought, I don't like Brussels sprouts anyway, but eating a crisp that tastes like one, no way. But yeah. And I'm thinking, well, whatever they're going to think of next, Brussels sprout flavoured crisps. Ugh. I've no idea, Stephanie. She says, what does an hedgehog taste like? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's, I mean, I don't even eat Brussels sprouts, let alone eating the Brussels sprout flavoured crisp. I mean, others I could probably sort of just about get away with, but no Brussels sprout flavoured crisp. Nick says, big question for you. Will they still give you the farts? No idea, because I don't intend trying any, Nick. I mean, so as I say, I don't like Brussels sprouts anyway, so as sure as anything ain't going to try Brussels sprout flavoured crisps. I mean, sort of my mindset is, you know, where do they come up with these ideas? Do they sit around a big table and say, well, I know, well, you know, because it's nearly Christmas, we'll come up with this brilliant idea of making Brussels sprout flavoured crisps? You know, it's, you know, I mean, it's like Marmite. You either love them or you hate them. And you know, in all honesty, I hate them because I don't like Brussels sprouts at all. I mean, same as I say, other flavours I could probably just about put up with. But no, Brussels sprouts don't do it for me at all. I wouldn't even entertain the thought. But some as I say, others I could probably just about put up with. Cranberry and ham and cheese and cranberry. I mean, yeah, I'd be a bit dubious about that one. Pigs in blankets, yeah, I could do. Turkey and stuffing, yeah, I could do. Pigs in blankets, yeah. Definitely not Brussels sprout flavoured. And I'm a bit sort of on cheese and cranberry or whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've seen sort of one or two YouTubers like reviewing them and kept saying, they say that the actual crisp is a bit green. I mean, now that to start with put me off, eating a green crisp. And then, you know, I've heard other people say, oh, well, I don't think they taste like Brussels sprouts. And then you've had others that have said, yeah, they actually do taste like Brussels sprouts. I ain't testing one to try out because I can't stand Brussels at all. So, you know, how do they come up with these flavours? You know, and same as Chiri said, there must be like an artificial flavour because, you know, where they're going to get all these Brussels sprouts from to make these crisps in first place. I mean, Brussels sprouts are like a seasonal thing, aren't they? They wouldn't, you know. That makes me laugh. Smoky bacon flavour crisps are suitable for vegetarians. Well, that's it. I mean, it's obvious that, you know, in all honesty, I'd love a tour around the Walker's Crisp factory. See actually what, you know, what goes off. yeah, just to be trendy. You know what I mean? It's I mean, it's obvious you're not going to actually have Brussels sprouts in the crisps, are you? Let's face it. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's some sort, same as Cheery Giggles said, some artificial type of flavouring. But do you invent a flavouring that tastes like Brussels sprouts? You know, I'd just love to go on a tour of the Walker's crisps and say, well, I want to see how these Brussels sprout crisps are made. Yeah, it says, I kid you not, it says suitable for vegetarians. But you see, this is it. I mean, Walker's crisps are a big company, you know. And same as I say, I'd be intrigued more than anything to take a tour around the Walker's crisp factory, especially where they're making the Brussels sprout flavoured crisps. See actually what goes into them. How do they replicate that Brussels sprout flavour?
I think they do tours, don't they?
I don't know. I can't see them doing tours because then, you know, it's to sort of give the secrets away, let's say.
They won't get secrets out, would they? They'd just like say, well, that's one machine, move on to the next.
Yeah, but I'm just, you can see where I'm coming from. I'm just intrigued where the mentality behind Brussels sprout flavoured crisps from. How do they come up with the taste? You know what I mean? It's a case of I'd just love to you know, specifically, you know, do that, find out, well, how do you come up with this Brussels sprout flavouring, or, you know what I mean? I'd be intrigued to find out. I mean, eating crisps like that. Well, you see, that's another thing, going back onto that, Nick. You can't actually call it a bag of crisps now, because you open them up and there's like either a quarter or half a bag.
A bag of crisps.
So you can't call it a bag of crisps. I mean, when I was younger, a bag of crisps was a bag of crisps. It was like more or less filled to capacity. But you open a bag of crisps nowadays, and there's only like either half a bag or only a quarter of a bag. Yeah. Yeah. Cheery Giggle says they're trying to encourage kids to eat their veggies. And yeah, Stephanie says you are buying a bag of air. But this is what I'm saying, Stephanie. They can't actually call it a bag of crisps because it ain't a bag of crisps. It's only, you know, at best half a bag, and sometimes it's only a quarter. Well, I can't remember it. You had a bag once and he opened the bag up and there must only have been about 3 crisps in them. Weren't it?
Mm-hmm.
He had a bag of crisps. I'm not saying it will walk because I can't remember. But he opened this bag and he looked in and he went, is this supposed to be a bag of crisps? And I went, well, supposedly. And he went, well, just look here. And I looked and there were about 3 crisps in the bag. But yeah, I mean, it's like everything else. Like now, all the big companies, like, you know, that make Toblerone and, you know, and all this, that, and other, they're charging the same price, but they're cutting the size down. You know, which to me, I mean, you're not getting your money's worth, because what you used to be able to buy and get, like, you know, like a big Toblerone, you only get sort of half of that nowadays, but it's charging you the same price. You know, it's ridiculous. And it's like the Cadbury's cream eggs. They're making them smaller, but still charging the same price. And there's one or two. I mean, it's like they supposedly go on the weight. but they've reduced the weight and the size of things, but still charging the same as they were before, even though the product is actually smaller in size. Yeah. Cherry Giggle says it's like when you order seafood at a restaurant, you only get 3 prawns for a premium. Well, this is what I'm saying. It's just the way of the economy nowadays. You're not getting as much for your money. You know, end of. Okay then, Stephanie, I'll see you later.
Bye, Stephanie.
Bye. Yeah, we've gone from Imperial to metric. But that shouldn't make any difference, Nick. I mean, it's, you know, basically they've shrunk the size of the items, but they're still charging you the same price as they were before. So, you know, it's you're getting less for your money nowadays. Well, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to shut it down because I've got physio in a bit and I need to get changed and whatever before I go. So don't forget there'll not be one tomorrow because we've got appointments in the morning. But I'll be back as normal on Friday morning. So I hope you've had that's what we're waiting for as well, Nick. We're waiting on a man bringing a dog. Oh, I'm just shutting it down, Sharon, because I've got physio in a bit. So I want to get changed and get ready and everything for my physio appointment. So I was just about to shut it down because I need to sort of, you know, have a wash and whatever and get prepared for that. So I was just going to shut it down. But don't forget, Sharon, I won't be on in the morning because Pixie and myself have got appointments. But I will be back as normal Friday morning. So
tomorrow because it's my birthday.
Yeah, but I mean, you said you didn't know you'd not be at morning, will it?
No, no.
So yeah, Chris will be doing a live stream at some point tomorrow because it's his birthday. So just watch out for Pixie going live. It might be in early evening. I don't know. He hasn't decided yet. It is his birthday. So come and say hello to Pixie and wish him happy birthday. So I'll see everyone on Friday morning. I won't be here tomorrow. So don't miss me too much. And I'll see you all Friday morning. Bye.